Florence, Firenze in Italia. One of the most famous cities in Italy, probably the most famous besides Rome and Venice. It is the capital of the Tuscany region. Some might even say the capital of culture in Italy, and definitely one of the most touristy places that you'll visit in Italia. If you come here, you'll probably notice in the city itself more tourists than Italians themselves. I personally have heard more English, and I mean North American English, than I have Italian so far, and probably even more French than Italian so far too. This is actually not the first time I've been here, only the first time I've been here with you guys here on Global Niko. I came here once. The first time I came to Italy back about 7 years ago was really great then and is really great now. A lot of great things to see here. There's a reason why it's popular among visitors. I figured on my way up to northern Italy, despite how well known a city it is, despite the fact that I try not to go to places that are too touristy to show you guys, I just had to stop here one more time just to show the beauty of Florence and the history and why it is such a significant city in Italy.
Gelato that was invented here in Florence.
Oh.
And it's like a custard.
Right.
And it was churned with ice in the grotto of Palazzo for the very first time.
Wow.
It's actually being made by Buontalenti, the architect. But they have a very strict regulation on the name.
Right.
But the flavor of the gelato is the same.
Interesting. Well, I would love to try it.
Yeah.
I have not heard of this until I walked in here.
On a cup?
Yes.
Just one
Oh yeah, piccola. Grazie. Now this gelateria shouldn't be too hard to find. I'm gonna stop talking to you guys and eat this before it melts. This is melting in the sun. So on the Ponte Vecchio, when you are walking across it, it's mainly a bunch of jewelry shops that are on the actual bridge itself. So unless you are really into buying jewelry, the bridge is much cooler when you're just off of it, so you can see what it looks like from just off of it. But also up here at this spot, which, as you might imagine, at a time like this is a lot of people, but you can see the river and it's a little more of an open area. Piazza del Michelangelo, which when you come up to it, it's a big open area, and there is, of course, none other than a Michelangelo. You can see the whole city from up here. At a time like this, there'll probably be a lot of other people up here enjoying the views of the city as well. But on the south side of the river, and then down a little bit towards the east, easily walkable from Ponte Vecchio or any other major area in the city center. There is a way to drive up here if you can't hike it up here, but you know, if you're able-bodied and want a good walk, then I would recommend just walking up to here. It's very easy from the city center. Not too high up, not too steep, so it won't really take much out of you to walk up here. On the west is where the views of the city are the best. So here it is, right here. Piazza Michelangelo. It's completely free to just walk up there and go and enjoy the views of the city. One thing that there is to see if you go the back way, the less direct way back from Piazza Michelangelo, like I'm doing now, is this right here. The Fortress San Miniato. I'm not sure if it's still open. I mean, I would hope so, because even though it's like 7:30 p.m. now, it's still quite light out, and it would be nice to see, or at least get to walk around up on the premises to check out the views from it while we're here. All right, so maybe we can go up on it if we walk up this way. It looks open. I see some other people going up. There's a closed door there.
Yeah, we don't know where to go.
Neither do I. I was hoping this would lead to up there.
Exactly.
So I don't know, maybe after a certain time, because I see there it's just more forest.
Another direction, maybe.
Maybe. I guess the other side here is where the entrance to go up is. The nice couple from California that I just met back there had asked someone on the other side of the gates up there where they were able to get in, and they, as we suspected, since every other direction seemed to be closed, were saying that it's this way. So here it is. Looks like this is it right here. I see some other people going up. Aha, here we go. This is what we were looking for. If you want to enjoy a nice view of Florence that is even higher up than Piazza Michelangelo, then you could come here. You can't see the river so much, but you can see a lot of the buildings, the Duomo, of course, and since you're a little bit higher up, you get a little bit of a better view as well. And especially on a nice day like today when the sun's starting to go down, I think it's definitely recommended to make the little extra trip up to here after, or maybe before, visiting Piazza Michelangelo. So now let's head back down to town, have some dinner, kind of chill after a day with lots of movement. Came up on the high speed from Napoli today, so time to go and finally eat and chill and see the rest of, and do the rest of our tour in Florence tomorrow. All right, so I've just checked into my hostel here in Florence. Yes, a hostel, not a hotel, because as you can imagine, Florence is a little more expensive and the price of a private room was a little bit above my budget right now. So I found a hostel that seemed pretty nice. The Hostel Archi Rossi. It's near the train station. I'll leave a link below in the description about this place if you want to check it out. If you want to travel here and don't have a super huge budget, since it's kind of early and nobody else is here yet, I figured I would give you guys a little tour of what a 6-bed room looks like here. Here is where I will be, and the beds are numbered, so you get a key with your room number and bed number as well, so at least there's no question of where you're gonna sleep. And so the other bunks are here, and you have a little patio area out here. Lockers here. The second key you get after the one for your room is one for the locks here, so you can put your things in. And then here is the bathroom, which you know, just a typical little bathroom, which seems good enough. Seems everything here is pretty clean, so you know, so not too bad. It's even if you're someone like me who's not really used to staying in places like this, not used to not used to not having your own private room, whether at home or whether traveling. But, you know, when you travel and you don't have a super huge budget, sometimes when you visit a more expensive place, you kind of have to bite the bullet and take a chance on a hostel. What's the one that you said you recommended? What does it have?
It's this kind of local salami with fennel that is made only here around Florence.
Okay, and what else comes with that sandwich?
The local cheese, pecorino, melted on the bread.
Oh.
Pepperoni, that is our sweet tamarind pepper, and the tripe mint.
Okay, I'll have that then. That sounds good enough.
Niko?
Yep.
Fine.
Grazie mille. One thing I did not know about the first time I came here was that there is a special kind of sandwich, like a Florentine style sandwich, that is a must-have. You should have it at least once for lunch while you're here, and it's in this like certain kind of bread, and what you put in it is entirely up to you. There's a lot of different options. I just went with what the recommendation was at this sandwich shop that I found here, which is a really great one. I'll leave the link for the name of it and the location in case you're interested if you come to Florence. But for now, I'm going to kind of continue my walk, but also eat this very delicious sandwich. And there was a bit of a line to get it. It took a little while, but from what I'm hearing, it was worth the wait, and a lot of students go there, and you know a sandwich shop is good if it's popular with the students. Oh, and of course, it's good. The recommended sandwich at this place is a very good one, and you heard earlier how he described it, and yeah, I would say it's a good choice, and a lot of other people were getting that same thing there. So that behind me is the Galleria Accademica, the academic gallery. And that is one of the top things to see here in Florence because a lot of the sculptures from Michelangelo, including Michelangelo's David, can be found in there. It's one of the things you definitely should see while you're here. Of course, there'll probably be a line of people in front of there. It's a little bit later in the day now, so that's why it's a little bit less so now, but might be useful to reserve ahead of time. I'm not gonna go in there with you guys this time because when I came to Florence 7 years ago, I already saw it. And the same is true for a lot of the other main things to see here. So what I'm gonna do for you guys here on this video is I'm just gonna simply show you guys what some of the main places you should visit here look like from the outside and give you any other useful information about visiting them to help make your visit a little bit easier here if you end up traveling to this really beautiful city of culture. The Piazza della Signora, the beating heart of Florence, the very center, the heart of Florence. You'll definitely find yourself here at some point while you're visiting Florence. A really cool thing to do is to go up to the top of the tower there. I did that last time I was here, and I actually would have gone up there again so I could show you guys the view from up there, but it's actually closed at the moment. I'm filming this on a Thursday, and on Thursdays I guess it closes early. It's usually open all day from around 9 a.m. until 10. Don't quote me on that. I'll leave a link below that shows the hours officially for that. But today, on this particular day, unfortunately it closed early, but go up to the top there. The views around Florence are really amazing from there. Since we're in Florence, lots of art all over the place, even out in the street that's free to see, like this. And I mean, this is we're still very close to the Palazzo Vecchio here. We only just now walked out from the other side of it here. And then there's this guy here. And then heading down, well, amid some of the construction work that's going on around here. I mean, old stuff's got to be kept up, right? So This is kind of how this area here looks. And basically out there is the river. When you walk out there, you see the river. So I'll end our adventure here near where we started it, on the bridge that is just opposite from the Ponte Vecchio. Thanks for joining me here on this trip to Florence, Italy, Firenze, Italia. Join me for my next place. Make sure you've subscribed so that you'll be in tune for that next place, and leave a like on this video, and also remember to take care and travel better.
Yes, yes. Moving all the time.